ये start है. जी. So we are now going to learn about the part 1. Okay, ji. So in part 1, there are questions. The mostly questions are about you. Okay. In part 1, you can see here part 1 of the test lasts for 4 to 5 minutes. The examiner will introduce himself or herself to you and ask you for your name and some identification about your passport. You will then be asked to talk about some familiar topics. The examiner will ask a number of questions to which you should reply as fully as possible. One way of improving your overall vocabulary, that is your ability to keep going, is to answer question by always providing some extra information and linking this information to your first response. For example, here are some questions. Do you live with your family or with friends? Yes, Mr. Zuhaib, you please answer this question. Do you live with your family or with friends?
Sir, I live with my family because before that I am studying in a boarding school, so it's very hard for me to see them at the end of month. So now at the moment I have all of holidays, so that's why I spend most of the time with my family.
Okay, so like this, you said I am in some boarding school. So I was. Okay. So that is the problem that has been identified in IELTS marking criteria. So when we use such grammatical mistakes, ultimately we lose the bands. When you are talking about past, you will use the past structure. And if you are talking about the past and you are using the present structure, so grammar mistake has occurred and you will be penalized according to that. So we would try to avoid such mistakes in the future. This question is from you. Do you have any brother or sisters? Zainab.
Yes, I have one brother and two sisters. We're four siblings.
Okay. So right now I have told that you would give some extra information. Okay. I have two brothers and one sister, and my two brothers are learning in the university, and my younger sister is studying in the college. They are very active students and intelligent students. So this is extra information. Okay. So are you a student or do you have a job? Yes, this is question from Mr. Farhan. Are you a student or do you have a job?
Yes, sir, I'm a student. Yes, sir, I'm a student.
I am a student. So again, there is no extra information. Well, I am a student.
Yes, sir.
And nowadays I am doing MA in English and studying in BZU campus Sahiwal. And my learning is quite good because I like literature. So it's quite a great fun to learn English literature. Okay. So this is the way to guide and provide information. Okay. So have you got how to give the extra information?
Yes,
so in IELTS part 1 and in IELTS part 3 questions, you will have to give some extra information. Like there is a fourth question. Are you interested in football? Yes, I am interested in football. Bas, ispe nahi bas karna. So as you know that right now I am teaching you people and you try to understand that how to manage the time and are you interested in football? So, well, I am interested in football because it's quite interesting game. And I love to play this game because it is really good for my physical fitness and mental fitness as well. How do you prefer to travel? Yes, Tehmina. How do you prefer to travel?
I prefer to travel by public transport. It is very convenient. Also, it saves a lot of money.
Okay.
It's convenient and affordable as well.
And affordable as well. And it is also,
Available in every corner of the community.
yes, it is also good for what we say that for atmosphere and for there is less pollution if we are doing using the public transport. Okay. Now here are some sample answers. I'm going to read it for you. No, not at all. In fact, I'm not very interested in any kind of sport, to be honest with you. So this is the way to use the language. Okay. No, not at all. In fact, I'm not very interested in any kind of sport, to be honest with you, because I'm Phil student. I don't get the time, so I don't play the games. I have interest in my studies every time because I have to study for 18 hours a day. Yes, I don't have time, even not a little. I don't have any time. Okay. So B, I like the train because you can see out of the window or read a book, but sometimes it is very difficult to travel by train because in my country, trains are many times late and I have to waste a lot of time. So you can see, I like the train because you can see out of the window or read a book, but so you can give some answer like this and you can keep it in a positive way. I like the train because you can see out of the window or read a book, and it is really a natural way of traveling because in train there is a life, everyone is moving around, there are some hawkers coming, and that is always of great fun for me to travel by train. Okay. Next, I'm from a small village in the mountain, a long way from the capital city of my country, and it is really a peaceful place. So you can see here some extra information you can see here. Next answer, I'm a student, but I do have a part-time job to help support myself and my family as well. And it is really good for me to maintain my budget as well because there are a lot of expenses on my studies and I manage it myself. Yes, I have. I studied Spanish at school, although I don't remember very much now, but I still remember that that was a great fun to learn Spanish. Okay, so you can see here the use of language, use of extra information, and in the answer F, yes, they are, and it's customary to share a cake or to give a card or a present on such occasions because it is a custom here to share such things, and it is really good. This is about the answer number G. No, I'm only child. I have 10 cousins that I grew up with. So I didn't ever feel lonely being not having any real brother or sister. So it is always a great fun for me to play with my cousins and pass my time with them. Okay. This is also another way of answering the question. Like we have practiced that I have two brothers and two sisters. They all are studying, and we are really friendly with one another. And it is always a great fun on weekends when we are together. Samajh gaye baat?
Yes, sir.
Have you got the idea? Now the answer H. Well, I enjoy trying out new recipes, and nobody has complained yet. And I make such delicious things that everyone wanna eat, and my friends come to me on weekends. Okay, got it?
Yes,
G. But I don't invite them; they come themselves. Okay. Next, and you see the use of language. Actually, I am staying in a university hall of residence as I am an overseas student studying here for a year. Actually, okay. So this is the word, and you can use mostly, obviously, actually, I think so. Words like this, and we are going to learn such words as well. I take the train to Central Station and then catch the express bus. It takes about an hour altogether to reach there. So you can see the use of language and how to expand the information. And I hope this would be really useful for you people. And